Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to be working on the Bonneville's transmission here. We kind of fucked up something, which we might not be able to... we were turning the transmission around and all this stuff fell out.
The hub slid out.
I can kind of actually get it back in place, like if I lift it up. I think it seems to be aligned.
Yikers.
Because it is sagging, as you can see. So we might just have to hold it and flip it around and get it back in place, but this was kind of a major fuck up. Yeah, it's really messed up. But anyways, we got our new differential here. From my understanding, or from our understanding, is we actually need to remove the entire thing to even get to it. But my thought was it's just the gears that got messed up. So
this should slide out as long as we can get that ring out potentially.
Yeah, because I pulled it and it pulled the whole thing out. So
which actually, like, what if we pulled on this and it would actually like
suck it in? No, I don't think that's how it works. No, let's not do that. No, don't take it all out. Yeah, you just gotta line them up with the gears. Here, there you go. So we got this snap ring tool kind of thing. We have a Teflon ring to kind of take out.
Since it's curved, it's a little harder to get. Since the shaft is curved and not straight, it's harder for these to grip on it.
Let me see. All right, we're gonna get this ring off, and hopefully we can just remove this differential. I mean, it said online that you need to pull the whole thing, the whole shaft, but I don't know.
Well, I never read anywhere, but like all the videos I've seen, they all take it out in one piece.
More ambitious. So, if we can't get that part back in, maybe we can do those hardened second gear rings.
At that point, if we take that hub out, I'm gonna buy some Ford bands, the Ford band and some other bands, because you might as well replace them. Those Ford bands and this thing will just snap sometimes.
Yeah. This might be a metal ring, actually.
We were originally thinking of just replacing the spider gears, but with this thing pulling out as easy as it does, I mean, there's no reason why we shouldn't replace it with the whole diff, because the only reason we're possibly thinking of just replacing the spider gears is so we didn't have to remove the hub, if that was the case. There we go, there we go! Yes, you got it. Almost. Practically.
I don't want to let go.
It's out of the spot. It's out of the spot.
It's like metal, so it's going to be kind of hard.
You want me to get the forceps? It's almost out. Yes!
It was metal.
Yes!
All right, we're just going to have to be careful in putting that back in. So, all right, let's see if we can just pull this out here.
Yes!
All right, and then we got this new center gear to put on.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
There goes the old one. Let's see it. What is it like? Oh. Wait, what? Oh, that was from falling. Yeah, this one doesn't look like any sort of damage or anything, but the new one, got a new one. Yep. Actually, used. All of these parts, I think, are refurbished, not brand new.
So which way did it go in, though?
No idea.
This way or this way? You might need to look at the footage.
So let me give you guys just a Dave, don't do that. Actually, cause
a little bit of Mercon isn't gonna do anything.
Oil can't mix with ATF. That's not normal oil, right?
This
okay, never mind. Go ahead. I thought that was actual oil.
Let me turn the camera. You got the right way.
Please add that into the video of just me putting it all the way on my face. I thought that was oil because it can't mix with trans fluid.
Right. Yeah.
Anyhow, let me guys update you on the thing delaying this project the most.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, you're gonna.
I bought a 4340 input shaft from ZZP, brand new. I bought that because it's a better alternative than stock, and they say that breaks in a car making 300 wheel horsepower or more. That's like one of the first things that go in the trans. Okay. Well, Triple Edge's one is like $400, and so I wanted a better alternative than stock, but not like one that was $400. Anyhow, buy it from ZZP. It didn't come with the sealing rings, the Teflon sealing rings that you need a very expensive specialty tool for. And nowhere.
Show this. I just lubed this up with gear oil, sat it on top, and rotated it, and it fell in place.
Fuck yeah.
So now we're good to put the new differential in. I'm actually excited for this. This is pretty cool.
I'm excited for this too. No scoring.
Yep, and we got a new pin. Also, another thing with these pins, so I might want to... No, that's all the way through.
God, that gear oil smells shit.
Yeah, my the Mustang differentials. This roll pin is
Do we have it?
Like a massive...
Can we show them?
The broken one? Oh, mine? No, I don't have it.
It's ridiculous. This little pin keeps this in here, and that's why it broke. Davis's on his has a massive bolt.
Full bolt.
What is this? Shit. That must have been from like putting in the cross pin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm expecting these gears. Everything looks fine. I do see just a little bit of wear.
Yeah, because all of these are used. These are all used.
I don't think you can buy new ones, but it looks good.
So to continue what I was saying, basically the ZZP shaft didn't come with the sealing rings. That it requires 3 of them, and only a specialty tool can put those on. And they mention nowhere on their website. Okay, I contact them pretty frustrated. Why didn't they mention that? Well, they ended up putting it on their website after I complained, and they told me that it was either the Teflon rings that I had bought, or it was the transmission shop that I went to being untrustworthy and not knowing what they were talking about. Okay, that doesn't seem likely. And I bought my sealing rings from Triple Edge Transmission, which are known for only doing these transmissions. Cool. Well, talked to Triple Edge, ended up sending my shaft to him because he's had to correct some before. Well, the fact of the matter is that the grooves are so small, they're out of spec just enough to where he can't physically machine them enough with any tools he has to actually make it work. So because of that, that shaft is literally unusable. And so it took me weeks of trying to figure out what to do, taking it to a transmission shop, then sending it off to, or waiting on emails from ZZP telling me that it was my shop being shit and whatnot. And then after I told them that Triple Edge, hey, it's on. After I told them that Triple Edge had gave me the rings, they completely switched their tune because they know Triple Edge, and they said, well, just email him. And it's like, it's your part. So Triple Edge just emailed me back today. It is the shaft. It's out of spec. He emailed them, and I don't know what we're gonna do next. Probably gonna get a replacement from ZZP. But horrible experience so far. Yeah. I've never had a bad experience with ZZP, and I know a lot of people have had bad customer service, but this has been way worse than anything that's happened to me before. Definitely going to write a 1-star review on that shit because fuck them.
Shaft is easily pushed back and forth. I think I need to get this in here, and we need to get that ring back on.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
good idea.
Come out, but
so this was able to go in perfect? Like I saw it saw it in, right?
Yeah. It was fine.
Do you want me to hold the shaft from the back?
I don't think that's how that works.
You don't. Oh shit, I can't even reach it.
Yeah. So if we can hold this in place without pulling it too far.
Let's. How are we even gonna get the ring on with this thing on it?
Oh, we can just snap it. Alright guys, we're kind of concerned with all this here. So we put it on the ground so we had access to both sides. We were able to push it back in. Referencing photos, it's where it should be. Basically the chain rides in between this right here. So we're good there. We are going to try to remove the cross pin from the new differential because, one, we have more room here with the cross pin out. We'll be able to push the input or output shaft farther, allowing us to get in there better. Kind of like this. The input shaft will be able to, or output shaft will be able to come out farther so we can get that better clearance to the ring.
Because it will only have that much clearance.
I cut my hands pretty badly ramming that stuff back in place because it is all sharp. I did not even realize how easily it cut me. So I'm going to go wash my hands and put some bandages on, but should be good to continue with this. We're just going to punch out the cross pin. It is a 4mm by 40mm cross pin, so if we really need to, we can go get a new one. I'm not sure if these are reusable. I think they might be, but
thinking we're gonna have to punch it out this way and then.
Yeah, I got some punches, roll pin punches, so we should be good. I'm gonna go clean up, and we will go and work on that. All right, guys, we're trying to save this roll pin. There's really not much angle to knock it out this way, but that's the straight way we can do it. We're going to try, like I said, just saving it.
After punching it enough, like...
We got it in there, but it jammed at an angle.
This literally cannot go in anymore. It looks like someone, like maybe Triple Edge, who replaced some of the parts, like that he might have, like, knocked it out the other, like this side. It looks like that's what's happening. It's like the cross pin's making contact there.
Yep.
Cool. It's not even round.
Honestly, this would bend back in place, I think.
Yeah. I think, too, And we have a whole one, so we can get a new one if we need.
Yep, so
Let's...
this is, like I said, 4x40 mil. I think we're actually going to be able to reuse it. Just hammer it back in place, so that'll come out.
There we go.
Now
Careful with this.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do this shit right now.
Yep, so this will allow us to pull the input shaft a bit more through and hopefully have more room.
Shit. Dude, how are we going to be able to punch this shit in, like, with it on the transmission?
What do you mean?
This, like, you're gonna have to, like, hammer it in the cross pin while it's on the transmission. That's gonna suck.
I think that'll be fine. Here,
hold the shaft.
Let me just do it. It's better with one person holding it and guiding it.
Boom, there we go.
Is that
the ring, Davis?
I'll grab it in a sec.
Nope, that's not it.
It's right over here. Yeah, so it fits on it much better now. So as you can see here, the ring just needs to go on there. We're having problems with the length, but now that we're able to pull this all the way through, since the cross pin's out, we should be able to get that on, and then we'll just reinstall the cross pin. I think we're just gonna
pushing it in accidentally.
Yeah, I think we're gonna work on this. We can't really focus on recording it. We're just gonna go ahead and work on this until we get it in.
We got this in too.
Woo! I wish I got that on recording, because literally the second I turned off the camera, I'm just like, wait, let me try this. So what I did is I got the ring on there sitting with its two legs. I got this in between it, widened it, and then pushed it down with my finger, and it literally just snapped on. So yeah, this needs to go back in place. Let's push this in.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Shit.
No, it's fine. It just goes in the opposite way. That's why we need the cross pin.
Yeah.
Just like that. What we ended up doing is Tristan held the bottom of the ring and pushed it in. Well, I got my angled needle nose and I squished it, and it popped in place because the ring was just too big from us, like, fucking with it.
So now we're ready to lube up the shaft and put it in the hole. As we do over here in Jury Rig.
You gotta lube them.
Gotta lube. Gotta lube it.
That slides in so nice now.
Good, there we go. So now we just need to get a new cross pin, or possibly reuse the old one, or figure out what we're gonna do. But we're definitely gonna have to, you know, pound it in right here. Hopefully that won't put too much stress on the trans.
All right, so now this looks good. We're gonna go ahead and tap in the bit.
I think
it'll be fine. I think it'll even it out.
It might, like, under the stress we put on it, it might crack and break off.
I don't think so.
Because, like, we definitely need to pound it straight a little bit.
You might be right. I mean, look at that.
Yeah. So your cross pins don't match the that one at all?
This?
No, I mean your collection. These ones,
no,
there's
roll
none
pins.
that are like roll pins.
They're not long enough.
Damn. Oh fuck.
Yeah, this was no, not that one.
Fuck.
You know, this one looks pretty accurate actually.
Oh, what?
It's just a little bit shorter, but this had more length on it.
Oh shit.
Here, let's.
That's like perfect.
So this might be just a bit thicker. No, this is actually about the same, honestly.
Yeah, that looks perfect actually.
I don't know how I missed that one.
Is the shaft incorrect?
Yeah. So it goes in just about the same.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. We don't have to go to the store.
I bought that roll pin assortment, so I guess they just literally mixed all shapes and sizes together.
Hell yeah. So, guys, we got a good roll pin to put in. Fuck yes. We thought we were going to have to go to Park Rose and, like, find one the perfect size.
Oh, this is going in perfectly, too.
Guys, this is the only good thing that's been happening to us. I'd say we're lucky.
Yeah, we are.
Because, like, everything else has been fighting us this entire way. Fuck yeah, that went all together way easier than I thought it would. That's awesome. The whole diff. That's awesome. So we made some serious progress with putting that diff in.
Yep. So we'll just need to reference our photos, see how this goes. Also, the
For sure.
that plastic stuff fell out.
Plastic stuff?
Yeah, that stuff right here. This
yes.
but I think it's this one.
Yeah, we got pictures of that, so hopefully it doesn't go bad.
It goes in somewhere right here. But as far as I can tell, this is in as far as it goes.
It's too bad without the input shaft. We can't really put anything to back together.
Yeah, like Tristan already told you guys about everything. Literally, we have been stuck with progress for this car for the past like 3 weeks.
Yeah, and then even before that, there was stuff getting in the way before then.
Yep.
Did that ever use a gasket?
Has a gasket in there.
Oh, good.
We have a new gasket actually.
Oh, hell yeah. By the way, guys, painted engine didn't turn out too good in a few of the spots, in many of the spots. Like here, it's the primer and paint have completely come off and shipped off, and in some of these spots, it's fine.
This looks like the gasket.
It
Actually looks too small. Yeah, definitely way too
I
small.
believe that's for the torque converter, Davis. But as you can see, yeah, it's fucking shipped and coming off in all sorts of places because
Could have been the cold, or it could have been oil, or it could have been something.
yeah, I did this later in the night when it was falling around like 50, maybe 40 degrees, which was a mistake because every time I try and paint in the cold, I have this fucking same mistake and I never learn.
We're so impatient.
But I was excited and I wanted the engine painted.
Yep.
So it's like...
We also needed to do something. Like, we got the engine together, got the new oil pan. We need to put the new gasket on it.
Yeah. I need to go get a oil pan gasket, and then the engine is pretty much completely done. Everything is done on it.
Literally just waiting on this input shaft.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
This is the last thing. This almost.
This has all the
could've been
bolts
done.
in it. This has all the gaskets in it except the oil pan gasket, and all it needs is well, we're gonna leave the intercooler and the supercharger until it's in the car. And so so the engine we're not doing anything with. That's why I wanted to paint it. And then the input shaft is taken. It's been like 5 weeks total that with this input shaft that has given us trouble. It's like 5 straight weeks of waiting,
sending it, shipping it,
and then waiting on emails and all that. It's pretty frustrating.
Oh, shit, I forgot to tell you. I'm not sure if you'll be able to put an aftermarket cooler on, or at least use AN lines.
Oh, really? Why?
Because I've read that the coolant lines, transcooler lines, have check balls in them, so you can't remove those fittings.
Oh.
So you could probably buy new lines. It's $20 for all new lines, so it's not that expensive, and then cut them and route them to your transcooler. Or you can do like
So you're saying,
or we can just put it back stock.
So you're saying that it has to have the
those fittings.
the quick disconnect.
Yeah.
Things.
Because those still have a fitting on it. We just removed the line, and we would need to replace the line anyways because they were cracking.
Okay. So now with what you said, yeah, we can buy those lines exactly how they should be off of Rock Auto for super cheap. However,
Because basically it's these metal lines that just fit in there, and then past that you got rubber.
Yep. And so I'm thinking that I can buy those.
So you can still make it work. It's just not as simple as putting AN lines on it.
And the coolers use something like I think it literally just uses something that
Is it -6 or something?
I think it's just a hose that you tighten over it.
Oh yeah.
So,
my transmission cooler does that.
So we could actually skip the whole AN fittings and just go
rubber
from rubber
lines.
onto the cooler, and that'll be easy.
I have tons of extra rubber. Well, no, that's really big line. I have yeah, we just need to buy some.
Yeah,
Summit Racing sells them very
Then
cheap.
I can buy these brand new, and I'll just do that when I get home.
Yeah, they're $20 for both ones. Total like $10 each.
Yeah, that'll be easy then, and that'll actually make it easier to route the rubber at least going straight onto the trans cooler without having to use any other fittings.
Yeah, you'll buy.
Makes it more simple.
Yep.
We just need to figure out where we're gonna mount it. It's actually smaller than I thought it was, which is good. I guess that's good. It'll be easier to mount, but
yeah,
I thought it was gonna be bigger and for more cooling.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's off of like an 82 to like
S10.
93 S10. But I'm not sure where the fuck I'm gonna be able to put that.
Also, I'm not sure if you can tell on camera. You kind of actually, I power washed this side of the driveway, but this side is still disgusting. Like,
Damn, now that you mention it, you totally can tell.
Yeah.
That's gross.
And, I mean, you can see all the green, whatever you call it, moss, algae, whatever the fuck.
It's really sad that both my cars are growing so much moss on them.
I power washed both cars when I did it.
Really?
Yeah, I just power washed them. I didn't, like, wash them. I just power washed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've done lots of research. So since I'm supercharging my Mustang over there, done lots of research on air cooler systems and stuff. Tristan got a radiator from a Volkswagen, right?
Yeah.
Is this it right here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is it.
So it's a pretty decent, you can use it essentially as a heat exchanger. I mean, it's like 1 inch wide, got good, like, total diameter.
Yeah, it's specifically why it was used by the person who I emulated the build. It's just because I guess these have a really, really good cooling fins per square inch, which is unique.
Yeah.
Then that's...
Also,
like, it's more than my Bonneville.
Also, since it's an actual radiator, the outlets are really large. So these are like 1.25 inch lines, which are really big. Like normal GT500s or other supercharged stuff are like 3/4 of an inch.
Which I'm having to then reduce because it's so big.
Yeah.
So I'm actually using like the radiator hoses that were meant for that Jetta and then reducing it to, I think, an inch.
The perfect combination is big heat exchanger, big lines like 1 inch. And then the most important thing with a heat exchanger setup is water speed. So he has a stock GT500 intercooler pump, which is like 6 gallons per minute. I'm not sure how it flows with this. Also, if there are some kinks, we did try, making better. But
and it didn't help for under the bumper as much.
Basically,
but that one is better.
You want to prioritize water speed. That helps the cooling a bunch. So there is some more modification we can do to this to make it more efficient. So I think we're pretty much done today for the Bonneville. We got the transmission put back together with the differential. We are literally just waiting on the input shaft before we're able to continue with this whole thing. Basically, like I said in just the last clip, we need to get input shaft on so we can get the gears on and then swap out the gaskets and put everything back together. And
hey, we'll put this on the list too.
Oh yeah, we did this a long time ago. This you might just need to buy a new dipstick for the for the transmission because this one got messed up. It got a couple holes in it, so we tried fixing it. That still worked, but
that's a Grand Prix dip sticker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I guess with those headers, I don't think a Bonneville dipstick worked, and that's why I bought it.
That'll be hard to get back in. It was hard when we were doing it.
Hard as fuck. It took me and Davis. Well, maybe we shouldn't even talk about this. It took me and him like an hour and a half to get this bitch back in.
Yeah.
I
was happy with my Mustang when I did my transmission swap. I put that in before we put it up there.
We should do that because, my God.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below. We also got those Jury Rig Garage stickers. I showed another video. I might want to just go grab those real quick and show them.
Yeah.
All right, here they are. Yeah, I got these done at a local shop. I'm actually forgetting the name of them, but I'll put them in the description and probably put on the screen. But they are made out of the same vinyl they would wrap a car in. They're made good for like 8 years out in the elements. It's also drawn by an artist on Instagram. I'll link them too. They do really good work. So, all right, guys, that's going to go ahead and end it off. Thanks for watching.
Later.